baseball on tap. It's the Philadelphia Phillies and the Boston Red Sox. Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home opener is coming up next. Getting the nod on the mound, Chad Patrick. What do you have on him, Chris?
Well, his main pitch is that cutter, and he will use it to jam guys, especially opposite-handed matchups. And then, same-handed matchups, just trying to miss the barrel of the bat. He's just got to make sure that he doesn't start it over the heart. Plate, because then it can go right into the sweet spot of the bat. When it's right, it's got late horizontal movement, so he still has to mix in his other offerings. He can't just rely on that cutter, otherwise hitters will start diving at it.
That one hit the knees for a strike. And ball one.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Got him swinging. One away. Here's Turner now. Check swing, and he went. And that is strike one. Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. That one carrying. Out of here. He flexes his power with that swing. The Phillies score first. It's 1-0. One down. And Kyle Schwarber will come up. First round pick out of Indiana back in 2014.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Whoa, that's down. Ball, that's out.
Next offering is outside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with a 3-1 count.
Draws the walk there. Man at first. And now it's Bryce Harper to the plate. Ripped, but it curls foul. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's got a chance. Slams into the wall and hangs on.
Just an incredible play to sacrifice his body. He's all in for this thing.
And now a chance for Shea Langoliers. This is another guy capable of hitting tape measure home runs. Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. A two-run blast. It's their second home run of the inning. So two down. Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit.
Too high. Ball.
Launch out to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 3-0. Back here at Fenway, today's starting pitcher, Mackenzie Gore. What's the scouting report on him? Leading off, Ceddanne Rafaela.
Number 3, Ceddanne Rafaela.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Bader under it. And there's one away. Corey Seager now. The Dodgers made him a first-round pick back in 2012.
18th overall that year for Seager, Boog. And Carlos Correa, Byron Buxton, Marcus Stroman. Just a few other first-rounders from that class. I'd say pretty solid group.
Into center and a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Nope.
Roman Anthony stands in here, leaves that one off the inside.
Hey! Ball, that's too high.
Man at first, one away. That's in there. It's 2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And the slider just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swung on, popped up left side. And that'll fall for a base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Back-to-back singles, kind of your classic jam shot blooper right there. Paid a good pitch on the inside, gotten to hit it off the handle, but he still muscled it out there. You just have to tip your cap on the mound.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish.
Ball 1.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming. Well, he came right at him right there. Challenged him with the 2-0 fastball. Not sure exactly what he was looking for, but got to imagine that's a confidence booster on the mound. You're in that hitter's head a little bit.
Swing and a ground ball. That's a base hit. Throw back in. Holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only one away. Here's Tyler Freeman to hit.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
Hey!
High fly ball, right field. 2 away now. So they're all loaded up. Gabriel Arias up next for the Red Sox.
Ball 1.
Check swing, and he went. And 1-1. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Pulls it in on the warning track. Back inside Fenway Park, all set for the start of the inning. Harrison Bader stands in for the Phillies. Out to short. One pitch and one out.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
Carlos Cortez stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around.
Ball.
Patrick goes 6'1", 27 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round in 2021. Gets him to chase after that one. And a swing and a miss at the slider in the dirt. Out. 2 away now after the drop third strike. 2 down, bases empty. Digging in, Jake Mangum. Swing and a base hit. So the 2-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order.
Up next for Philadelphia, third baseman
Marcelo Meyer getting ready to hit. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Here goes the runner. Swing and a miss. Throw to second, out of bounds, safe. Man at second. And a big swing and a miss.
That's a real nice cutter right there. I mean, this guy can struggle with the inside pitch at times, so I'd say that's pretty effective if you can continue to command it on that side of the plate.
Here's a 1-2.
Nope. Inside. Ball 2.
Just missed. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk. First and second, 2 outs. Trey Turner with a chance now. 1 for 1 so far today with a solo homer in his first at bat. Swing and a ball hammered left field, and it's off the green monster. 1 run across. Meyer headed for the plate. Now he stops and he's able to get back into third.
Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
Schwarber at the plate for the second time as he takes ball 1. Two on, 2 outs. And a foul ball. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Bottom of the inning. Now here's the Red Sox DH, Brandon Lockridge.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Ball 1. Ball.
On the ground. Turner with the throw to first. They get him, but it was pretty close. So stepping in for Boston, Nick Sogard. Right through there for a strike.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
And a base hit, so they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Didn't try to do too much with it, just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with hitters trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
Keibert Ruiz, the next to hit, takes ball one. Into left center for a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He will score. They're on the board, 4-1.
Well, that gets him a little closer in this one. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Next to hit, Ceddanne Rafaela. One out and a runner at second, bottom half of inning number 2. That misses the zone. Ball 1. Fastball for a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Here's a 1-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the Red Sox.
And here's Corey Seager to hit. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up. Swing and a pop-up. That is the inning. Back now at Fenway. And now for the Phillies, Bryce Harper. Swings and lines one towards the gap. And that's got extra bases written all over it. It's a leadoff double to start the third.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Next to hit, Shea Langoliers. Way out front for strike 2. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Got him swinging for the K. And that's 4 strikeouts. Now it's the right fielder, Ryan O'Hearn. He's 0 for 1.
Ball 1.
And another ball. High fly ball out towards left field. That one back there, and a foul ball. Man at second. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. That one not close. Full count now. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, he took his chance at getting him to chase right there, but with first base open, walk not a bad thing. He set up a double play opportunity if he can induce a ground ball.
Bader in the box now, takes strike 1.
When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard.
Swing and a miss. 0-2. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. 2 aboard, 2 outs. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Carlos Cortez. That one fouled off. Swing and a miss. In the air, right field. And that'll do it. As we go to the last of the third. So stepping in for Boston, Roman Anthony.
Oh, and an 0-0 count. Not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
That one lifted to left. Mangum gets under it. And there's one down. Here's Shohei Ohtani. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
Right fielder, Shohei Ohtani.
That's a ball.
The lefty ready and a 1-1.
Great velocity at 97 at the top of the zone.
The 1-2. And down on strikes he goes. And 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third. Tyler Freeman up next for the Red Sox. This one in the air, center field. Bader racing after it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that will end. And we're back here at Fenway Park. Start of the fourth. Well, he's been knocked around pretty good so far, but they've got him back out there at least to begin the inning.
Yeah, and you wonder just the strength and perhaps the health of that bullpen for him to go back out there. But he's taking this one for the team. Perhaps he can stabilize things and the offense can score some runs for him.
That one ripped left field. And it bangs off the monster. The relay, and in there with a double off the wall.
He was all over.
Justin Sterner taking over on the mound.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Trey Turner at the plate. Check swing, and he went. That's strike one.
No, that's down. That's ball 2. Aye.
Man at second. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Gets to it onto first. And there's 2 gone following the strikeout.
Just not a good pitch to swing at. One reason he's an everyday player is he usually lays off of that jump.
Schwarber swings through it for strike 1. And there's a ball. Runner at second, 2 down. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a miss. Now 1-2. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. And that is that. Bottom of the fourth, Joe stepping in for Boston. Gabriel Arias.
Third baseman, Gabriel Arias.
You know, these Red Sox showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Popped foul out of play off to the right.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
That's off the mark. 3 balls and a strike. There's a strike.
2.
runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. So digging in, Brandon Lockridge grounded out his first time up.
Hey!
The Bo Sox trailing by 3. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. In the air out to center. And a superb diving catch. What a play. Nick Sogard up next for the Red Sox. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far.
Off the plate, ball 1. Hey!
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. We go to the top of the 5th. Now it's the cleanup hitter for the Phillies, Bryce Harper.
You know, these Phils, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Check swing, no appeal, ball 2.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Check swing called strike, and it's 2-1. That one missed. And it's fouled away. Payoff pitch. That one misses. So a leadoff walk. Shea Langoliers stands in for the Phillies. He's already homered in this game. And that one fouled off. The 0-1. Popped up. And there's one away. One out, man at first. And now the right fielder, Ryan O'Hearn. O'Hearn measures 6 feet 2 inches, 32 years old, and he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2014. Got it started a little too early, strike 1. Swing and a high fly ball left field. That's out number 2. So here's Bader now.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Just off the outside edge. Hard hit, left field, base hit. They stopped the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. At the plate, Carlos Cortez. New pitcher for the Red Sox, Daniel Lynch.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from with the lefty hitter. Coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Just missed. The Phils trying to break this one open. And we're at the top of the 5th. One now. In the dirt. Two on, 2 outs. Swings and misses. And the count's even at 2. Now a pop-up on the infield. Sogard in position. And that is that. Back here in Boston, Joe stepping in for Boston. Keibert Ruiz.
You know, these Red Sox finding ways to get on base, but they still need help driving them home. They only have 1 hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of squandered opportunities. It's tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
Next offering in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. Just missed.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
That one's in there. That is strike 2. On the ground to third. Meyer to first. And that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th. Stepping in, Ceddanne Rafaela.
Nope.
The Red Sox trailing by 3. Last half of inning number 5. There's a swing and a drive. That one back. Into the monster seats and gone. A solo shot. Here's Corey Seager. 1 for 2.
Aye.
Next pitch is outside. Swing and he breaks his bat. That's a foul ball. The 1-2. Bader moving under it. Takes it in for the out.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Anthony stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Line drive, and this might be trouble. Now he'll turn for second, and he'll pull into second safely.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Here's Ohtani. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
And the strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
Just off the outside edge, and that's ball 2. Out towards right center field. O'Hearn, long run into the gap. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. Back here at Fenway. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Jake Mangum stands in for the Phillies. And that one fouled off.
Ball 1.
This one in the air, right field. And it jumps the wall in foul territory for an automatic double. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Marcelo Meyer digs in now. That pitch in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. And we're in the top half of the sixth. Runner. He's trying for third. Pitch misses. No throw. Safe at third. It's a stolen base. Mangum, the lone runner, stands at third with nobody out. Just misses with that one.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Up steps Trey Turner in a pivotal spot. He's already homered here in this one.
Inside.
Runner on at third, one gone.
Hey!
This one in the air center field. Rafaela settles under it and makes the grab. Runner tagging from third. Safe! And they add to their lead as the run scores from third. So no one on after the sac fly. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here.
He didn't want to give up that run, but he did. Got the fly ball, sac fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys. Get your team back in the dugout.
Swings through that one for strike two. Two down, nobody on. And a rope into center field, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting in that at-bat. 110 miles per hour, and man, that exit velocity, not every hitter's capable of getting that kind of jump off the bat, no matter how hard they swing.
Here is Bryce Harper. Ball one to Bryce.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last two pitches.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back here in Boston. So stepping in for Boston, Tyler Freeman. Left-hander out of the bullpen, Tanner Scott.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Yeah! That's a ball.
Up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. And a good start to the inning.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Gabriel Arias, the next to hit. Just missed.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Freeman gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Swings and misses. And it's 2-2.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because
Rengifo over to Turner for one. How about that double play? Here now the Red Sox DH, Brandon Lockridge.
And remember, he was absolutely robbed of a base hit last time up.
Out to short. Trey Turner gloves it on the run, sends it over to first. It's there, and that's a great play. Back in Boston, we go to the top of the 7th. Shea Langolier.
Now pitching for the
Javier
Red Sox.
Assad gets the ball now.
72.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality
Assad.
pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And that one hammered. Carrying well. See you later. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game. Now it's the right fielder, Ryan O'Hearn. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Foul ball. Base knock, center field.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Fair ball. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Not in time. He's safe. And it's 2nd and 3rd with nobody out.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Rengifo can't hold up, and that's a strike. This one chopped on the ground, but foul.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
And look out, as that one ran in and got him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch. All loaded up. So the Red Sox bring on a new pitcher, Garrett Whitlock.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
Infield comes in now. Right through there for a strike.
Well, this is a tough situation with the bases loaded, but the healthiest mindset is just try to get outs one hitter at a time.
No one can get there. It falls in. Runner in from 3rd to extend their lead. It's an RBI single. It's 7-2. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Marcelo Meyer stands in for the Phillies. And a swing and a miss.
Way to lay off that pitch down. Boog, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Swings and misses. Struck him out. And that is a big first out. Here's Trey Turner. Bases loaded, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. A little out front there as he swings through it. Brings it in. Runner tags from third. Save! And they add to their lead as the run scores from third. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Now it's the DH, Kyle Schwarber. This one in the air, center field. Rafaela settles under this one. And that'll do it. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
Singy, were you superstitious as a player?
I'd say a little bit, Dan. I wouldn't want to admit it, but I think, you know, you have a good game the next day. You're maybe thinking a little bit when you're putting your spikes on. Which one did I put on first? What did I eat? You know, let me just bring that back into today.
So you weren't superstitious, you were a little stitious.
Yes, I was medium stitious.
High fly ball, right field. O'Hearn under it. And there's 2 down. Back to the top of the order now. Ceddanne Rafaela up next for the Red Sox. And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Inside corner, and that's called a strike. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. And that is that. Back inside Fenway Park, we're at the top of the 8th. Bryce Harper stands in for the Phillies. That one to first. Sogard steps on the bag. 1 pitch and 1 out. Here's the Phillies catcher, Shea Langoliers. Now he breaks his bat. Sogard. He takes it on his own. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. 2 outs, base is empty. Ryan O'Hearn stands in for the Phillies. On the ground, right side, and foul ball. 0-1 down. Swing and a miss at a slider.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back now at Fenway. On to the bottom of the 8th. So now it's Corey Seager. Eric Miller will take over here.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton. Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
He swings and fouls one off. Miller, the lefty who lights up the radar gun. He features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a slider, and he works in a sinker. Popped in the air, left field. Mangum drifts towards it, and there's 1 down. Now the left fielder, Roman Anthony.
Left fielder, Roman Anthony.
That hits the dirt. Ball 1.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
That one ran inside, almost got him. Next pitch inside, and now 3-0. Strike 1. The Bo Sox with a lot of ground to make up here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swings through it for the K. Went back to the sinker, and it was successful. Now it's the right fielder, Shohei Ohtani. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Line drive. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Back here at Fenway Park, we go to the ninth. Harrison Bader stands in for the Phillies. Hit on the ground to short. Seager gets it to first, and they get the leadoff man in the ninth. So up next, Luis Rengifo. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. The Phillies up big in this one here at the top of the ninth. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Jake Mangum. Swing and a ball lifted left field. And that's the third out. Back here in Boston, all set for the bottom of the ninth. Tyler Freeman out of the bullpen for the Phillies. Justin Slayton.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
That's to third, and it goes just foul. Now the 0-1. Went with the sweeper, but it misses. This to center field. Bader racing after it. And there's one down. Here's the third baseman, Gabriel Arias. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Lifted in the air, right center field. O'Hearn on the move. And there's two away. So it's their last chance in this one. Brandon Lockridge up next for the Red Sox. 0 for 3 in this one. Check swing, went around. 0-1. That one hammered, but pulled foul. 2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the ninth inning.
Ball one.
Swing and a ball popped up. Harper under it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Phillies